Hi everyone, we are back on Purbeck Valley. So I did record an episode previously, but I wasn't really happy with the audio. The mic was cutting in and out a bit, so I've had to just not post that one. So I'll show you what I've done in the last episode, or the last one time I filmed off camera. So we've obviously finished cultivating these fields here. I'll just jump up this year, jump up. And then we've obviously finished cultivating this one here, the other cornfield. And we have now harvested the soybeans in this one here, and we have also harvested soybeans just up here on this field. So that's all done, so we need to get to work on obviously getting these fields prepped for next year also. A couple changes as well is I've cut away some of these trees. I left in some of the big ones here, nice oak trees, but all these little ones along this hedgerow I've basically gone along and deleted them. So at some point we'll get a contractor in and we'll get a track put in through this section here. So when there's crop in the field, we can just cut in through this section of the field here, and not have to go down the main gate and then around here up through the back gate just to get around to this point. We'll just drive through, save a lot of time in the long run getting our harvester to and from. Left this tree in here. And then I didn't want to take these front ones away just for the entrance way, so we've cut away some of the branches just so we can get equipment by. If we need to cut these shorter, we will do so. So now we can get into the farm nice and easy around this side here, but again we'll get a track put in at some point. Around the back I've sorted these silos out, so they was placed wrong when I first got them because I'm not sure how the mod works, but they are now good to go. So I've put the 15,000 litres of sorghum back in this one here I believe, and this is our second one we had set up. So we cut away the trees that were here, put a little track in just here for now, and they're good to go. And then around here I've put in a little jet wash area, so I cut away the trees here, smoothed out this land because there was a bit of a dip into the back of this hangar. So in theory they'd get a jet wash just here, wash down, and then they'd go into this hangar here for any servicing or maintenance that needs doing. And then there's no changes to this section here, and no changes up to the dairy farm. So that's where we're at today. So really we need to crack on, get some floating animals there as always. We need to crack on with these fields, getting them ready for next year, and this one here also needs doing. And you can see the weeds coming through already because this was the first one we done back in July, I think we did it, or August. So we do need to get this field maintained as well at some point. So that's the plan today. No changes at the dairy farm just yet. So we'll crack on, get the cultivator out, and then we'll get these fields done. In the meantime, we need to consider about getting some bigger equipment in the future, because obviously our tillage set we've got is quite small. We've got a few fields to get through, especially this one and the top one, and this one, so it could take quite a while. Without either a second tractor down here or a second bit of kit or a larger bit of kit to cultivate the ground. Actually I think I did sell some kit. Just double check. The planter I think I sold off because I don't think I'm going to use it anytime soon. Yes, we got our seeder still here, the computer one. I think we sold off our planter for now. And I think I've had a few mod conflicts actually, because my roller's missing as well. So I think I've had a few issues with my mods. So I'll need to check the price of those and sell it off, and then add the money back in. I'll do that probably in the next gap. Yeah, I'm not sure, because I've transferred to my desktop. I tried to do a video on my desktop, but it didn't go too well with the save game. So I think a few things are missing. In fact, I'll jump up to the other farm and see, make sure nothing else is missing. So that's all there. The bells is there. We need to sort these bells out. We're probably going to wrap those ones. And we've still got, I mean, if I ever was going to do this off camera, the field the work is done. We need to get the hay actually made up. But again, we'll do that at some point. Just check. Nothing else is missing. So our run out's still here. And our mowers are still there. I think our windrow's gone because for some reason that's gone, but I'm probably not going to use that anytime soon. I don't know where that's disappeared to. And then let's just have a look. if anything else is missing. I think the Ford should be up here. It was up here. Right, the Ford's just at it, so the Ford's still there. So far, there's a couple of things missing, but I was going to sell the plant anyway, because I don't really see me using it just yet. And it was quite large. So I think what I'll do, I know this is not ideal, is I'll just look how much the planter actually was. I believe it was... not this one. It might have been this one here, I think. Top of my head, I'll have to check the videos back. And one is 29,000. I don't think it was this one, unless it was in red, maybe. I think it was a good Kevland one. Anyway. So assume we've sold that, and I'll just add in, to play it safe, 10,000 just to make up the loss of that bit of kit. Not ideal, but it's obviously a rough cost to how much it cost me. Used as well. Well, it was brand new, but it was not being used yet. Yeah, this is still here. Pick up some muck as well. I need to do up here. Put that into the BGA at some point. Get the muck all put in there. But we'll do that post winter once we've got them all in stock. So we've got milk 5,000 litres, slow 8,000. So it's going okay. So I'll crack on by my tractor with the cultivating. In fact, I think that's missing as well, is my tillage set is also missing. So I'm not sure what's quite gone on here with the mods, why things are missing. Let me just check my actually used sale. So we'll have a look here quickly. On used sale, owned items. Yeah, so the plant is missing and the cultivator is missing. But I think what we're going to do, I'm just going to make sure that's reset. And we're going to buy ourselves a bigger cultivator, I think, because it's going to take too long to get things done. So let's have a look what they got. 3 meters, which is the same as the last one. In fact, it might be a little bit wider. That one there looks okay. I think I did add some modern ones in actually. So this one here is 6,000. That's not a bad width. Well, 2.4, quite small. And this one here is 4 meters, which is 150 horsepower, which is what we can do. Yeah, so I think we'll swap out and get this one, I think. 13,000, not too bad. Just check the used sale quickly. I always forget to check this. Nothing we can use right now. Maybe we can look at power harrows as well, or discs. Cleveland E-Maxi. Yeah, I think we'll go for this cultivator here. It's a nice width and not a bad price. So we'll head down to store and pick that one up. So we're still in November week 2, which is pretty much around about the same time this episode's been filmed in real life. Oh, Jesus, that was a bad start. This is why you look both ways. So in game currently is almost the exact same time we're living in the real world, so it's nice to have that option. Well, not an option, but it's nice that it's the same sort of time frame. It looks the same. So here's our bit of kit here. So it's a lot wider than the previous one we had, so we should get the work done twice as fast. It's got a nice distance on the back as well. Obviously brand new, so we'll give it a test out. If we don't like it, we can always return it. But we have got just enough horsepower to pull this one as well. I believe we've got 160 horsepower. So yeah, just 10 horsepower at the requirement. Just good. Does this one fold up? Yeah, this one folds up as well. That's good. a bit more safe on the roads. And it looks like our warning triangles also disappeared for some reason. Not sure what's happened to these mods, but it's not ideal. The little front weight we had. There we go, before it's broken then. We'll try and lock the junction this time. There we go, good to go. Make sure you indicate so that you can see it. It doesn't look too evenly balanced, but hopefully once the bit of kit is unfolded and it's down, it should be a lot easier. We'll just cut across here, it's quite bouncy. We'll start on this bottom field actually and get this one done while it's before the weeds kick in too much. Back on track. So I won't do too much cultivating because we've seen it in the last episode, and it'll just be quite time consuming to watch all 3 fields. So we'll leave them be for now. We'll jump back in, and then I think what we'll do is I'll just show you the crop as well, the harvest we got from the last harvest. And again, we should have 15,000 litres in this one, and it shows up for some reason on this one here as well, but it's only in the one. We should be only in the one. So we'll head around this side of the farm. Ideally I want to get rid of this as well, just in the way. Harvest has been washed down as well. It looks like I thought the header was missing then, but the header's around the back. So this is the corn. This is what we got from the corn harvest. So pretty decent amount for the first harvest. Again, the fields weren't fertilised or anything. The yield was pretty poor. So not a bad start for the 2 first fields we got. And then we've got the end one here, the soybeans. Not as much from the 2 fields, but they are a bit smaller than the other corn fields. So not too bad on the soybeans. And again, looking at the price for selling. So again, the sorghum we got as well. So best times that is January, which is not too far away. One button. And then soybeans, July. We're looking at the best price for soybeans, so we can hold on to those for now. And then corn. I think I might have passed it, the corn. Is it back up here somewhere? There we go. Corn is worth the best in July also. So we should get a nice payout in July. Obviously we can sell off the sorghum. Is it sorghum I said? Yeah. So we'll get a nice bit of pay in January and also in July. 6 months on the line we'll get a nice bit of income coming in. So at least we know that's some income guaranteed to come in when the time's right. And in the meantime, we can just continue on the cattle farm. So we are going to need some more fertilizer because we're going to go and get the slurry and the manure bought down here after winter. But it might not be enough to cover these 4 fields just yet. But again, until winter's over, we'll assess that. But what we'll do is we'll head down in the Land Rover, give it a good run. And we will just sort things out at the top farm today also. Bit of variety. I'm going to keep forgetting as well is that this field here is also ours. We haven't touched it yet. Currently it's just, well, just been cultivated. Looks like it, all freshly harvested. Nothing's been planted just yet. So again, could be an extra field for some corn down the line if we start doing foraging for some slurry. not slurry, crop to turn into silage. Would be a nice addition. But it might be tricky with the lampposts in the middle. Obviously as well, we've also got these two fields down here, which I almost forgot we had, because it's obviously like the part of the farm. So cowfield obviously we can't do much with anyway, but I forget we've got these massive fields here. So grass on this one ready to harvest, but we don't need any more, I don't think. And it goes all the way down and around here, 62 as well. So again, there could be good options for corn to get some chaff and make some silage down the line. Fill these bunkers, but I probably will change these out, I think, to some new ones that came out, because they're a bit too small from the looks of things now, from the amount of grass fields we got. But yeah, that's something we can look forward to. We won't cut it just yet. Again, I think we've got enough in store. We've got some flickery there as well, it's not ideal. So I think what we'll do currently is we'll go grab the front loader down at the field down here. I should have put this away a few weeks ago, but it's been out in the field for a while. And again, I need to set up some courses as well for the equipment for course play, so I can just get all this automated at some point. So I can get the background. Again, I think I did say in the last one of the episodes I'll just get workers to do this in the off season, but obviously I haven't done it yet, been quite busy. So we've got some hay also there. And again, we're going to wrap these bales at some point once we get a wrapper. But for now, the plan is just to have a bit of a tidy up. Grab the bucket and we will put some manure into the BGA, and we can get some slurry processing or waste product, so we can put it alongside the slurry when we start spreading in the new year. We may as well get it in there now and get it processing while there's opportunity to do so. So we'll attach this very large bucket we've got here. And then I think we'll start down here at the bunker. There isn't much in there, but we may as well get rid of it now and get the BGA processing. Because we are going to need quite a bit of it in the future for fertilising the fields before we start planting. Again, we won't have enough to do the grass fields as well. This will mostly be for the crops, so we can maximise the yield on the crops. Because we've got plenty of grass fields, we don't really need to fertilise them because we've got so many fields of grass. So this will go into the middle section here. Hopefully there's enough reach. Just about, so that should tip into there. And we'll just check our productions are actually on. So we should have Manure activate, and that should now start processing. So there's 2,000 litres in there. And there we go, it's going down already. So every 200 litres will give us electric, methane, and is it digistate? I can't pronounce it, or digistate. Might be something completely different, let me know. So we should get a fair amount from that one, 60 litres of it. It's much easier to control this actually with the steering turned down. It was quite bouncy before as well, but this is much easier on the turning circle anyway. So I think 2 bucketfuls should do the job. I think there's a little bit issue because it's got the previous bunker there mixed in with the slurry storage, or the manure storage mixed in with the grain silo, so it's just a bit of an issue there clipping. We'll try it from the side on. Nope, don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that, so we'll just leave that for now. Hopefully when there's a bigger pile we can get more of it easy enough. And we'll head into the cow bunker and we'll pick up the mess along the way. There's a fair amount in here, a couple, maybe 1,000 litres or so we can scoop up. I think we spread it more than we picked it up there, but we'll go back in a second. It's quite slow on tipping because obviously we haven't got the full height to take the bucket all the way up, but at least we have got the reach to some extent. It is a fairly small anyway, I mean it's a quarter full now and it's only just short of 4,000 litres, so it's probably as best that we do this every couple of months, to be fair, or else it'll just be too full to process. Yeah, I'm not sure why it does that, it just pushes it on the floor, but it never actually picks it up. It's a bit temperamental getting the clipping on these buckets sometimes. That's not what I meant to do, but I mean, it gets the job done. It's a lot faster. Probably going to cause a bit of a dentage there on the BGA. Might need to close his gates to get to this. If they close. There we go. There we go, so you know 800 litres there from that small amount, so it's not bad actually. It's enough to fill up the BGA. Probably should close that gate actually in the future, full time. Cows will escape. This is where you need the cabless one so you can see what you're doing, but it's a bit cold for that in the UK weather. So we'll just close this gate before we forget. And I think what we'll do is, how much straw we got? 29,000 litres of straw still, so we've got plenty of straw for the winter. But one thing we should probably do, let's just check the food actually on the cows. So the open range is obviously the ones down at the bottom field, and their water's almost on the empty. They've run out of TMR, and they're currently working off grass and hay. They should also eat the grass, because there's a grass field with the real grazing mod, so I need to check if that's actually working. This one here is down to his hay as well, so again we'll need to top him up at some point for the winter, and we get once all the cows going there as well, they are going to need feeding, so it will be probably just a hay and grass diet for the winter until we get some silage made up to make some TMR. Chickens doing okay. We can feed them sorghum I believe as well, from what we've got. Yeah, so there we've got sorghum. We can give them some of that from the harvest. And then we've got, this is the main barn, the milks, so they are down to 19,000, in fact they're out of TMR, and they are now on the hay, so they are going to need topping up as well at some point, with winter coming up. So I think we'll make that a priority today actually, is getting these cows fed, or at least topped up for winter. Which means we are going to get some hay bales made up from the field. I should have been done weeks ago, but we'll do the best we can. Just leave this one here for now. We'll jump in the Ford. Oh my god, the baler. Should be hay that we're going to pick up. It should be definitely dried out by now. I know it's rained a couple times, but the game should recognise it as hay. We hope. And I think what we'll do is we'll just get these straight down to the field. We took the Ford, we've got a bit of a hill, should save some time. But the Ford is also quite low on maintenance. A lot of smoke kicking out there. That looks like we're picking up grass still. That's interesting. And the tedder's disappeared on the mods. So to me that looks like hay, different colour, texture. So what we need to do is leave that there for now. Grab ourselves a tedder. I don't know where the Modhub one's disappeared to. So that we'll just see what we can feed these cows, because grass might be the only option currently for the winter. Yeah, grass they can take in the open range, but they won't need that because they will be in the kennel. The barn in the winter, not dogs. I mean, yeah, we could put some grass in the cow barn. To be fair, they've got 19,000 litres of hay still. So I'll sort a tedder out very soon, because the Modhub one's disappeared. I'm not sure there's a mod conflict. Again, I don't know what's happened there. But we can do is grab the front loader, put the forks back on, and we'll just get the excess bales we've got in the top shed and put them into this barn at the moment and create some space. Got a gigantic bucket. Where I can see is blocked by an object. Let me just quickly check. Is that it? Tree. Excellent. Just send him back on his way. There we go. Right, we've got 2 bales just sitting here actually. We can put in the barn straight away. And again, we've still got these new mixers here, but the old one here, and we've still got the new one we need to test out. So we definitely are going to look into silage work after Christmas once we get some money from the harvest. And again, if we do have enough slurry left, we can sell it off as well once the field has been spread, or fields have been spread. So we go through this door here. Yep. They should go into this one. I think the trigger's around here somewhere. There we go. I'm just going to give it a bit of a nudge. There we go. But I am curious because this field here is technically a grass field, so it should register on the Grazing Plus mod. So it should actually graze this grass. I might not put any more grass in and leave the hay go down and see if they start grazing the grass. So I'll get a little experiment there. If not, we'll just have to get the texture and landscape it. So I'll grab some bales and I'll take them down to the self-made cow shed, top up that one there with some grass, because again, once we get those cows in, that hay will go quite quickly. So we'll meet you down there in just a second, because it's a bit of a distance to get down to that top field or the bottom field. So I'll be there in just a moment. So here we are down at the barn. I'm not quite sure the trigger is. Hopefully it just goes in straight somewhere. I'll just try it in the middle for now. There we go, bang on in the middle. So just see how much that actually is. So that was 7,000 litres. So 2 bales is about a quarter full. So if we put in another 6 to 8 bales, that should top up the grass on this shed here, keep them fed. Water's plumbed in, so we haven't got about water. And then so my manure pit has also vanished. I'm really not sure what's happened here. These mods may have loaded the wrong folder up, because I've got a mod manager on my laptop now, so I might not have done it right. So we'll scoop this up and we'll make sure we'll get another one put in. In fact, we'll do it now because we are going to need that. Plus we're losing money. So, side extensions. Yeah, so my extensions are gone as well. My slurry manure pits are gone, so I'm not sure what is going on. And again, I can't put this in the right place on this bunker. And the closest we can get it is out there, but that looks a bit silly. So I need to go on the mod manager and download these again. This is very frustrating. So I'm going to head up and grab the last of these bales, and I'll join you back here very shortly. So I placed 2 more here, but I can't actually add any more because we're at capacity. So even though we've got space, we're at the total capacity of 33,000 litres. So I'm going to put 2 bales down for now, and we'll move the rest down later in the year when we've got time. And we've got some hay as well. Hopefully we can talk about some hay. But again, like I said, in the new year, I want them on the best feed possible on TMR. I might even look into Maize Plus as well down the line. So we'll take this one here back. Do the shed. Make sure we close the gates on our way out as well. Obviously I'm not using the tracker put in. So it looks like the workers finished cultivating the field as well on the first one. So we'll get this part back up, and then we'll just get them doing the next field. So the soybean fields need doing as well. I think we've come up to about 35 minutes on the video now, so I don't want to be too long. I'm trying to keep them down to about 30 minutes if I can. The last couple have been about 38 to 40 minutes, which is quite a long time. So I'm going to try and do my best to keep these about 30 minutes if possible. Unless there's lots to do, but today there isn't a whole lot to do. It's just a bit more of tidying up the ground, getting things ready for winter really. And we are going to need some maintenance on these vehicles as well. They're all starting to pop out a lot of smoke now. So there we go, all topped up, and then obviously we are going to need to buy ourselves a slurry spreader at some point. We're going to need a milk tanker, annoyingly, to transport it from here to here, unless I can potentially use a production facility to transfer it across. I'll look into that. But can we do it now? Let's go productions. So I don't think we can have it distribute milk to the production facility, annoyingly. But we can work on that in the future. So I'm just going to very quickly skip down to the other farm. I know it's not realistic, but obviously in reality the worker would just crack on with the next field. I wouldn't have to go and do this myself. So we've got 2 fields obviously get done. Looks like the rain's on the way as well this afternoon or this evening. The rain's going to come. So we'll just set up the worker to get this next field done. So again, we'll go course play. On this field here. I think this time they're called headlands because it was getting caught a couple of times there on the headlands, on the trees. Generate a course. That will go 3 headlands just to be safe. And then start the job. Nice and simple. Again, not conventional doing this, but like I said, they would normally just crack on and do it themselves. They wouldn't need me to go down and tell them what to do next if they're getting paid. So yeah, straw. Again, we are pretty topped up on the straw front with the blower there. Always good to go. You have to put it forward to about here though on this mod, just so you're aware. If you use this map, pull your blower trigger points around about here. And then there's 12 litres of manure apparently as well. Could be this end bit here. We'll check our production. So we've got already 69 litres already gone through out of the 7,000 we put in. So again, hopefully come January time that should be processed. We'll spread any slower we've got and any excess as well. We can chuck into here and get some income from these also. And again, post winter, we can start getting the milk moved across and start getting some productions going. So we should start making money. Late next year is when we'll see a big change. So I don't own these carpentry and cereal, they just show up for some reason. So I think for now, we will leave things here. Obviously not too busy today on the episode. But there are a lot of things I need to do in the background for the next one. Because I say a lot of mods have disappeared. And equipment's disappeared. And the manure pit also has vanished. Which luckily it wasn't too full. But luckily the manure has stayed in place. So it's not too bad. And then the slurry down there is slowly filling up. So I'll sort those out next time. And then I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Take care.